Ah, wrong again, Jeremiah. Incorrect. Let's play the rest of the clip, though.
It's really not. Right? I mean, that's one form of a traditional kind of marriage, but there are more traditional forms of marriage. I mean, it's kind of like when...
I think the main point that we need to, look at is that none of the traditional forms of marriage have ever included same-sex people getting married or being together. So I think that's the bigger picture, not whether a man has one wife or several wives, but that the fact that it never allowed same-sex people to get married. So since it never allowed it back then, why should we start now? I think that's something that the people on the left have a hard time with. A, because they're kind of slow mentally, and B, because they kind of live in this little fantasy world of their little optimistic liberalism. Let's play the rest of the Jeremiah Bannister clip.
When I got kicked out of high school for, I got suspended in high school. I was a trouble child, imagine that. But I got suspended because I gave myself the friar haircut. You know, like the bowl cut where it's shaved underneath and then you shave the circle so the top of your head is completely bald. I did. I'm looking over and Brad, Mr. Perfect over there.
Stop. What the hell is this idiot talking about? He went from talking about marriage to hair. Now he was a trouble child in school. I mean, come on. I cannot believe that there's anybody that with half a brain that would listen to him on the radio. But anyways, up next we have MSNBC's Mr. Rachel Maddow, the man-child on MSNBC.
Blockbuster story about an 18-year-old Mitt Romney leading a cheering mob that chased down and held down a closeted gay student, and Mr. Romney forcibly holding down that student and cutting off his hair with scissors because Mr. Romney objected to what the boy looked like. Mr. Romney is not disputing that the incident happened back when he was a teenager. In the story, he's quoted as saying, "He can't look like that. That's wrong. Just look at him." Mr. Romney told that to a close friend in his dorm. That friend, a few days later, quote, entered their dorm to find Romney marching out of his own room ahead of a prep school posse, shouting about their plan to cut the younger student's hair. Mr. Romney's friend followed them to a nearby room where they came upon the younger student.
I mean, does anyone even really give a damn what happened back in 1965? If the best thing they can, stir up on Romney is something that happened back when he was, 18 years old, he's pretty much got this election won, I'm thinking. Because if they have to go that far back in his history, in his life, then he must be doing pretty good right now. I mean, the reason that they have to go back to 1965 is because Romney is doing so well as a candidate in the present day, which means that he'll probably win the election in November.